Alright, so we have a problem here where we got two forces acting on an object. We have one at 50 pounds, got an angle of 45 degrees. We got another acting at 75 pounds at an angle of negative 30. So, one of the most important parts here is to start with the drawing. So we've got our axes, our x and our y, and we have our vectors. Now remember, the length of the vector is the magnitude. So here's 50. Let's call this V. And that's going at an angle of 45. So, and then we have another vector here going at negative 30 degrees. It's going to be a little bit longer because it's acting with 75 pounds. Remember, that is the magnitude there. And let's call that U. Okay. Alright, so we got our drawing. Now we want the resultant. The key is to find the resultant, we need the component form. So we can find the component form by using our trigonometry or using the formula that looks like this. So we have the magnitude of V times the cosine of the angle. That's our I direction. We have the magnitude of V times the sine of theta. And that's in the J direction, which is basically going to the horizontal and the vertical. Alright, so we know the magnitude here. So all we got to do is plug it in. And so we have the vector V is equal to 50 cosine of 45 I plus 50 times the sine of 45 J. And we know the cosine of 45 is root 2 over 2. And we know the sine. It's the same. In the end, we get 25 root 2 plus 25 root 2. Okay? And so we now have a definition of our V vector. And we can go ahead and do the same thing for U. And we end up with U equals its magnitude times the cosine of negative 30 plus 75 times the sine of negative 30 which we know the cosine of 30, root 3 over 2, and in this case it's going to be negative going down. Oh, I'm sorry, that's going to be positive. So, that's going to be positive root 3 over 2. And then we have 75 times 1/2. And that will be negative J direction. In the end, nothing simplifies very nicely, unfortunately. We have 75 root 3 over 2 I plus or plus 75 halves J. Okay? Now,
not too difficult.
we can finish it off here with a little addition. And so we want u plus v, and that gives us the I. We're going to have 75 root 3 over 2 plus 25 root 2. And we have 25, actually let's go with that one, 75 halves plus 25 root 2. J. Not the prettiest. Last but not least, we want the magnitude and direction. And to finish this up here, since class is about to start, if we go ahead and change this into a decimal, since it's so ugly, we get this vector here. Now we need to find the magnitude, so we take the Pythagorean theorem, and we get this. We find the angle with the inverse tangent, and we have negative 1.22, and we are done. There it is. Let's begin class.
Made with Doodlecast Pro.